All right, cool. Well, guys, that's the
Now, what did
score of the
Rosenberg
album.
say?
We got some hip hop news.
What that fat head say?
There's been some fallout after the album.
Fat face. What did he say?
Pete Rosenberg, the guy that we all know and love. Oh,
I used to listen to Juan Epstein, man, with him and Cypher Sounds. I listened to all those episodes.
Oh God.
They had some really good guests in there. They had Kanye in there, man. Kanye interviewing at the time. I was like, I want to hear that guy talk. At the time, it's like Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy Kanye. So it's a good time.
All right, so Rosenberg listened to the album like we did, and if you did not know, Rosenberg is a Jewish guy. So he wrote in a tweet, he quoted, "My feet might fail me, my heart might ail me, the synagogues of Satan might accuse or jail me." And then he said, "Not feeling this bar from Jay Electronica, and I know I'm not the only person who felt a way about it." Then he tweets again saying, "Apologies, I quoted the wrong song when I Googled Synagogue of Satan. I mistakenly assumed Jay only said it once. This is the second time. The line this time is the Synagogue of Satan want me to hang by my collar. LOL, my bad. Song's dope, besides that cringe though." So Jay Elect comes back, says, "Clout chasing is at an all-time high." And then he said, "And by the way, Rosenberg, if you really want to get into it, we are willing to hold a discussion in a public forum on the Synagogue of Satan and its meeting with any scholars of theology you would like to bring. Until then, shut the F up."
I like that. I like that clap back. I wish he clapped back on the album like that, but whatever.
I wish he had that heat and that fire in his lyrics. But anyway, so
he had all right.
He had a little bit of fire.
There's some fire there.
Flickering. Little flickering flame. Little flickety flame.
He's probably tired, man. He's probably tired of trying to defend him why he ain't come up with an album. You know what I mean?
So Rosenberg did not respond, but he did take to, of course, his outlet because he has, he's on Hot 97 with Ebro.
Which is not even hot anymore, bro. It should just be called 97. But okay, I got you.
A warm 97.
Not even warm.
97.
Cold 97.
Room temp 97.
You giving them some kind of credit. I give them cold 97.
Tepid.
In the last 10 years,
Tepid
in the last
97.
15 years, they've been cold 97.
Man, don't get me started on Hot 97 and oh boy. I'm trying to stay focused on.
I grew up on Hot
Rosenberg,
97, so I know.
I'm gonna try not to focus on Ebro. And I cannot remember the other young lady's name.
Laura.
For forgetting
Laura
her name.
Styles.
Laura. All right, so forgive me, Laura. I apologize. This isn't about Ebro. It's not about Laura. It's about Rosenberg. Okay. Here's my problem with Rosenberg. There's lyrics in hip hop all the time that have all kinds of derogatory messaging. But somehow, the only time you cringe is when they come down your block. Now, here's the thing. There's been cringeworthy lyrics from many a rapper, especially the stuff Hot 97 be playing now. Especially when you're talking about referring to black women or referring to general black death of, men in these streets and what they want to do to each other, what they can do, what they have done, blah, 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 blah. Mm-hmm. But somehow, only when Jay Electronica says something about the Synagogue of Satan, here you come. Now, do I know about the Synagogue of Satan? No. I mean, I generally know about it, but it's not like I know. I ain't written no papers on it. You know what I'm saying? But, apparently, this is when you get up in arms. You've had people in your presence where you can interview them and press them about things that they've said against black women, against black men, against black culture.
Whoa. Why would Rosenberg care about those things? He's not none of those things. He's not black.
Let me get to it.
I'm just asking a question. That sounds a little off base, but okay, keep going.
Well, the reason it's not off base is because he's supposed to be hip hop media. He's supposed to be talking about lyrics in songs. He's supposed to be talking about, hey, I'm a representative of this discussion of hip hop.
I wouldn't want.
We don't get to pick and we don't get to pick and choose when it's discussion time. Like even on our show, we've talked about T.I., we talked about Eminem. We haven't shied away from. We haven't pick and choose like, oh well, we'll only talk about this because it makes us feel good. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe it doesn't hit him the same way because he's a Jewish white man.
Yes,
I don't understand why
he's also been.
Who you looking for him for information for about black people?
No,
and about how you feel?
I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, it's interesting. This is the time he wants to jump on something.
It affects
so if he jumps
him.
on it.
I understand that.
But this is also the guy that said that Chuck D wasn't relevant, and there's a certain point when it's like when you come for like legends, it's like, bruh, look.
I need context with that last statement, though. I need a little context.
You're a guest. You're a guest in the house of hip hop. So, on this, he wanted to jump out and say that he's cringy. Because, of course, and this is not new with Jay Electronica. Jay Electronica is well known to be part of like either NOI or FOI, either one. He's supposed to be, well known. He's Muslims, and that, especially when you're talking about Nation of Islam, is very well known that the black people are the original Israelites, and that the Jewish people they ain't too keen on them. This is well known. This ain't brand new for nobody. So I do think that he's clout chasing. So then you want to try to call me out. Jay is like, all right, well, let's have a discussion. You want to talk about it? Let's talk. Then all of a sudden, it's number crickets. You ain't got number crickets now? Except to go on your own station, to have your own shield of Ebro and Laura to kind of back you up. And on Hot 97, he made a statement of, far be it from him, in paraphrasing, far be it from him to like tell black people what they can and can't say on their records. And I'm like, that's not even what you said in this tweet. You didn't tell Jay Electronica what he could and couldn't say. You just said that you felt a way about it. So if Nicki Minaj says something about black women in a song, why couldn't you be like, yo, man, I feel a certain way about this?
Man, that's apples and oranges. I am disagreeing with you like 1,000% on this one. I don't want Rosenberg to talk about nothing about black people ever. I don't want him. I'm seriously he just. It won't affect him the same. It's like the same thing about asking a white person to feel about when they get killed when black people get killed by cops. I don't want them talking about it ever. It ain't got nothing to do with them. So really, it ain't gonna affect them the same way it hit us. So really, I'll do what Jay Lex said to him. Shut the F up.
Yeah, cause see,
your type of way alone in your corner.
Yeah, cause see, and my thing is once he said that stuff to Jay Electronica, you open the door for criticism.
Oh yeah,
and it's if you go and dissect lyrics, why aren't you dissecting all lyrics even?
No, they can't do that because it affects him directly. You see what I'm saying? Like it affects him more than any other lyric in Jay Electronica or any hip hop artist. If any hip hop artist talks about anything Jewish, it's going to affect him directly. So of course he's gonna feel some type of way. It's just like if Eminem starts saying something about black women. We're gonna have something to say, right? Black people gonna have something to say about it, right? But we, it's like different. I don't think it's comparable, really. Like really.
All right, cool.
I wouldn't want Peter Rosenberg talking about when Nicki Minaj talking about black women. I wouldn't want that. It'd be cringy for me to hear him say anything about it.
All right, you know what? With that said, I see where you're coming from.
You see him come like I don't want him. Nah,
it's the
same thing. Talk about why these celebrities talking about what's going on in the world? Like, bruh, they're humans just like you. They waiting for more information. And even if they did, they probably talking to their people. Don't mean they need to announce everything that's going on in their thought process. It's social media, but it ain't social. You got to talk about everything media. You know what I mean?
It's social. You got to talk about everything media.
It ain't about that. I ain't IG in like a whole 2 weeks. I got stuff going on in my life. I don't care about IG.
Now, and the reason a lot of people got popping about this is because it's like, yo, you kind of like position yourself, and of course the station positions you as kind of essentially an authority in hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I don't know why people give people who on the radio a quote unquote authority or power.
Well, no, not saying that, but I'm just saying, like, you know, that this is the world we live in. He has a platform. He has a stage.
Y'all putting too much. Yeah, not saying you, but I'm saying y'all putting too much emphasis on people on the radio station of a radio. They're playing the same song over and over, and the content is crap. No, I'm good. Y'all putting way too much stock into the old mentality of the '90s. Yeah, Hot Inside was hot in the '90s, but it ain't hot now. They're actually irrelevant. Sorry, them irrelevant. All the shows is irrelevant for the most part. All the radio stations is irrelevant. Breakfast Club irrelevant. All of them are irrelevant. I don't care about none of them.
Yeah, don't get me started on that. That's a whole nother. In
terms of like way it shapes people's brains, I don't like maybe.
No, I feel you.
I'm gonna say this right now, man. I'm gonna say this right now. If you're looking for the radio for information about what's going on in hip hop culture, you're looking in the wrong place. That's all I'm saying.
All right. I agree.
They don't do nothing for me. But continue.
And see, to a certain degree, I'd lean with you and say that I don't think a lot of people are, but I think due to the fact that it's traditional media and the platform is there, they still have the ears, so then it kind of reverberates through the culture. You know what I'm saying? I
don't think so.
You know, like, even though they're not as, maybe big isn't the term, like, even though they're not as large as they once were,
people still pay attention to them because of the platform. I get that, but I think people should stop paying attention to them so we can get rid of that platform. So then we can get some new people up in there. Cause how you gonna have two people? How you gonna have two people that ain't even from New York being in a New York station? Houseway. That's Laura and Ebro. They ain't even from New York. And it's not saying everybody at the station gotta be from New York, but I'm trying to say that it colors what they put out and what they talk about. I've heard people. I've listened to a lot of their stuff. I'm well versed in these three people. I don't like them. I only watched the interviews because other people were there. Whoever they got up there, like Freddie Gibbs was up there with Madlib. That was interesting. Madlib at a radio
that was a dope interesting
idea,
but not because of them, but because of Madlib actually showed up in person somewhere.
Yeah, for once. Like, it's never happened in the history of like the world. Madlib never.
It's like, hold up, is he alive?
Yeah, exactly.
It's like he showed up to that. And he was at the Tiny Desk joint.
Maybe the BBC Radio was last time he showed up at a radio station. I think with Giles Peterson back in the days. That was the last time I saw Madlib at a radio station.
Wow.
So I had to check some of it out, you know.
Yeah.
That was intriguing
like,
to me. But other than that, man, I'm not looking for them three people like to talk about the culture and stuff like that. Yeah, they got their little jokes and stuff here and there and stuff. I have a little chuckle here and there, but for the most part, I'm looking for whoever else is there in the room, you know. Like when 50 was up there talking about the French Montana stuff, that was kind of funny because 50 was like, "You ruined hip hop," because he said that he ruined hip hop, and he's like, "Nah, you ruined hip hop."
Oh boy,
you ain't play the stuff with these new dudes was playing. You ain't play New York. Now everybody sound like Atlanta. That's what he said, and he's actually kind of true. Kind of. 50's kind of right with that one.
50 at times be having a point, but like 50 be just messing it up.
Oh yeah, 50's a troll. He's the beginning. His whole career is a troll. Think about it. He started with a troll song.
Yeah, he did start with a troll song. But like, yeah, like 50, he has like half a point, but then like he just mess it up.
Yeah, because he's just joking. Like he's just smiling when he's saying it. So it's not, you can never take him too serious, you know.
And then the teeth too, man. The teeth be all big.
I don't talk about the man teeth, man. He probably had to get them teeth reconstructed after getting the shots in his face, man. Leave the man alone.
Well, yeah, that's true. That's true. I'll ease that up. You know what I'm saying? I'll ease back.
Got a bullet hole right in his jaw, man. Leave that man alone, man. Right in his cheek, you got a bullet hole. Like, leave that man alone. You thought it was a dimple, but it's actually a bullet hole. Leave that man alone.
Oh boy. With that said, guys, that's it. That's it. We have solved the written testimony. We have listened to the testimony. We've given
J squared.
J squared. Holler at us
or Jay-Z featuring somewhat Jay Electronica.
Yeah. Jay's Electronica.
No, it's just Jay-Z written testimony featuring Jay Electronica.
Yeah, this kind of how it is.
Yeah.
Like, unfortunately,
he could have had more verses though. He could have like added another verse after Jay-Z's verses. That's all I'm trying to say. He could have added more. He could have did more. Jay Electronica.
Yeah, but maybe he was on
the, but he was slaving over those beats, yo.
Man.
He was slaving over those Sleepy Brown beats, man. You know what I'm
saying? Slaving over those beats.
Wait, anyway. Then his mom passed, right? His mom passed. That last song was a great song.
Maybe?
I think his mom's passed, or somebody passed. Jay Electronica's mom. That last song was about that. I believe the last, because you said I got numbers in my phone I can never read again. I believe that's what the last song was about. Unfortunately due to death of mother. So what year was this? Or was it this year? No, but I knew his mother passed or whatever. And that also couldn't affect you, in life. So I'll give Jay a little bit of cushion with my heat for him.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
okay.
Just a little bit. I'm considering some things.
A little touch.
Yeah. But I think 7 is my number. So, yeah, that's that.
All right, guys. Well, to my metaphysical left, amazing producer. Space Bridge is out now. You need to check it out. And on top of that,
what were you about to say?
I was about to say.
You ain't say no NDA. You ain't say no NDA stuff, is you?
No, I'm not gonna say no NDA stuff.
Okay.
And on top of that, if you got a TV show and you need some music, holla at him. Okay. His name is Arckatron.
Yes. Thank you for that. The outroduction, young fella, young man. You can find me at arckatron.com. You can find the Space Bridge there. You can find the tapes. You can find the deluxe, super deluxe versions of the album. If you don't like Bandcamp, then you can go to any streaming platform except Tidal, for the most part. You can find the Space Bridge. Just put arckatron. Put my name in, or put the Space Bridge in, and you'll find the album. Download it, listen to it, stream it, whatever you want, but just consume it in some way. And holler at me and let me know if you heard it. And say, hey, I like the album, or hey, I don't like the album. Either way, I'll take any kind of response right now. And to my metaphysical right, I have the incomparable NERDSoul.
That's right.
Where can they find you?
NERDSoul, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Holla at Shillboy. But guys, thank you for hanging with us. We know this is the Corona edition. There might be some more Corona editions, but you just keep them headphones on and just keep chilling. Remember, you can always watch this. If you don't want to watch it, you can listen to it. If you don't want to listen or watch, just put it up in a tab and still support your boy. Make sure to share, like, comment, and all that good stuff. And we'll see you next time. From us to you, we're just chilling, saying peace.
And keep your head up. Ooh, child. Things are going to get easier. You know what I'm saying? And a woo for y'all.
And a woo for y'all.
Peace.